Assalamu alaikum friends, hope everyone's doing really well. I'm here with an absolutely fantastic video today about how to make easy compost in a simple way, cheap, with using all the things that you find in usual households. So it's going to be a really good video, beneficial for everybody. We're in the mid-September now and I need everybody to start preparing their compost right now because it needs 3 to 6 months if you do it in the way that I do. There are quicker ways to do it and I'll share other videos about those as well. But I'm not going to waste any time today, so I'm going to get started straight away and tell you that I'll be showing you how to make your compost in the ground. So I've dug a hole ready just to show you, and also how to start making compost in a container. I personally got a compost bin at the back of the garden, but what I do is because we've got such a huge garden here and the amount of things that we grow, I've got to do a bit of both. So I've got to make my own compost in the compost bin plus in the containers, because that's what I find is the best for me. So really quickly, what you'll all need, and if you've got a pen and paper, write these down. You'll need banana peels, so plenty of banana peels. That will add potassium to your compost. But I'm not going to make this too complicated. I'm just going to stick to what we've got here. So we've got banana peels, we've got used tea bags and grains, really important. We've got kitchen waste and scraps. That could be anything from your kitchen, fruit and vegetable peels, so just keep a note of that. We've got dried leaves, so you got leaves, you can even pick them up from the road, front garden, back garden, anywhere there's trees, parks, but really important component for your compost. Onion peels, something that I live and die by, something that really makes my vegetables go big. Eggshells, really important part of calcium. So plants need calcium to do well. So you'll need plenty of eggshells. You can see how many eggs we've had this week. So that's the eggshells. The smaller you can break them, the better. And no compost is complete without some brown materials. So toilet rolls, kitchen rolls, cardboard boxes, newspapers, even any kind of wood chippings, anything like that. It needs to be a good balance. So that's all the things you'll need. There are so many other things. There's hundreds of videos about compost, but I want to share what I do and what I find successful. You can see we're in the 18th and 19th of September, still harvesting. So you can see this is this morning's harvest. We harvest every day. I don't do videos every day, but between both gardens and the amount of plants we've had a huge successful season, and we're going to enter the winter season, so we'll just continue doing what we do. So I really just want to share those tips with everybody, and then I'll get started now just to show you really quickly how I do what I do. So stick around with me. Okay guys, so I've dug a hole in the ground. It's about 15 centimeters deep. It's enough. You can go deeper if you want, depends on what you grow. But what I do is every single week from now up until next year, when we start planting things in the ground, I'll be digging holes like this throughout the garden, and basically we will not chuck anything away in the house. We just want to become self-sufficient when it comes to growing veg. So it's not hard, just basically keeps you fit, keeps you doing exercise and your mental well-being. Just go around, dig some holes. You can make them as big as this area, you can make them really small. There's different ways of doing it. I'll share more videos around different ways I do composting, because there's not just one way. So not going to waste any more time. So what I do is just basically start putting the onion peels. You can cut the banana peels into smaller pieces, but really it breaks down a lot quicker if you cut it into little pieces. But for me, because I'm doing it in September, there's so much time now for this to break down. I'll add some leaves, the eggshells. I'll just give them a crunch. Yeah, hopefully everyone's paying attention. Tea bags. It really doesn't matter which brand you use, everybody. So just basically just follow these steps. Kitchen waste. So this is a bit squeamish for anyone. Look away now, but just basically get this kitchen waste and pour it in. You can put as much or as little as you want here. That's that done. Put a bit more eggshells, a couple more bananas, a bit more tea. Always want to be a chef. A bit more leaves, good to mix it a bit. Start putting a bit of soil, it helps break it down, keeps it warm, and kind of aids the breakdown process. The smaller you make your card and your kind of kitchen roll, tissue rolls, the better. This adds carbon, so it's really important. And then I'll just put a bit more banana, a bit more egg, a couple more tea bags. People can use coffee as well. Use coffee if you've got a coffee machine. I use a lot of coffee in mine. A bit more leaves, and that's it, guys. Press it down a bit, and then just scoop your soil back over. Hopefully you're finding this beneficial, guys. You can see how many minutes has this been. It's only been a couple of minutes. This is how easy it is. So if you can prepare one weekend when it's sunny like this, you can start preparing 10-15 different holes in the ground. If you cover it like this, you won't smell a thing. I promise you, you won't smell anything because it's covered. You can see, just doing the same, just getting the soil. Oops, pulled out the card. You do this, any rodents or anything that you've got pests, they won't get to it. Now the worms in the soil will just break all that down. The moisture, it's really important to keep it moist, not too wet though. But this is as easy as it is. And hopefully if you guys stick it with me until next year, you remember this patch next to the greenhouse. I'll be planting probably red pumpkin in this patch next year because I do crop rotation. So every year I'll just move my crops around from different patches. So this season we did tomatoes here. Next season we'll probably do pumpkin, and hopefully I'll do my pumpkin here in the same area that I'm growing now, and I'll remind you of this video, and you'll see how well we do, because there is a science in it, but this is really simple. It's really simple things to do. Just don't waste anything from your house, because it's all free materials after you've eaten stuff, and that's it. Look at that, how easy was that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the way I do the container, because I know a lot of people do container gardening as well, so just bear with me while I get that done now. Alright, so what I do is I basically empty half of the soil and compost from my containers, move it onto another pot, and I basically simply just get my kitchen waste, start filling it up. Make sure you don't put any plastics in there, so that won't break down. Please use any kind of tools you've got and not your hands if you can, if you are squeamish. And that's really it. So I'll just whack everything in, and this honestly will just break down. It is a miracle, but it's just the way things work. Put a handful of soil, and a lot of people do this, but they'll do it in February and March, and that's what they call sometimes warm compost, and it really doesn't help your plants, because you'll get loads of hodus and pumpkins, but they'll end up being bent, or they'll be pointy at the bottom, they'll go orange, because sometimes I think what the plants do, they try to eat too quickly. So get it ready now, everybody. Get it ready now. It's not hard, this isn't hard work, but I don't waste anything. Put it all in. A few more tea bags. Get a good balance of things, and that's it. Every single week we'll be doing this throughout the winter. Once you've done it for a few weeks, honestly, you get used to it. Get the family involved, get the children involved, and it's not hard. It's not hard at all. And just top it up. Keep the smell away. You won't smell a thing. I've seen some videos this year with people making fertilizer mixes and compost mixes, and all kind of different people have got different ways of doing things. I'm sharing my way, the way I've kind of been successful for a long time doing this. Look how clean and tidy that is. You'd never know what's in there. And when it comes to next year, when it's all broken down, I'll just dig a hole like this, plant my hodu plants or whatever I grow, and then I save loads of money because I don't use 10 types of different fertilizers. You know that I already mentioned in one of my videos. I'll just put some either horse manure or chicken pellets, mix that up, and then that's got everything that it needs for 5-6 months worth of feed. I've got Bangla Garden, pumpkins, got like 15-20 pumpkins still on my plants, simply because I'm just doing what I've learnt, mostly on YouTube as well. So that's all it is, guys. Very, very simple, all cheap. Most of the time it's all free because of the scraps that you're using in your kitchen. So today I've done one in the ground, I've got kitchen waste left, I've got one in a container, I've got a few materials left. I'll probably do one more container today, and then every single week I'll repeat those steps. I really hope you found that beneficial. Don't forget the brown waste, which is the card, toilet rolls, kitchen rolls, newspapers, dried leaves. You need that, very, very important. If you want to, you can also give it a mix. You can turn your soil and your compost mix around. Make sure you wear gloves and use a tool to do it. Some people advise that. I don't even bother, to be honest with you. I just put it in there. Sometimes some of the pots I might give it a bit of a mix just to see what's going on inside, but usually I'll just leave it like that. It just breaks down. There's already worms and stuff in these pots, and then that's as simple as that, everybody. So hopefully you found that beneficial. I will share more videos throughout winter because I do winter gardening. Hopefully you've enjoyed the little harvest we've done this morning. I have absolutely no idea what we're going to do with all these. Getting towards about 30, I think, of these fig leaf gourds. Bottle gourds, I think that'll be it for the season. 40 bottle gourds, not too bad, and obviously the mixed veg. So hopefully you found that beneficial, everybody. Please, please, please share this video with family and friends who can benefit. My mission and doing these videos is to try to influence people to get back into gardening and retain the kind of heritage and culture that we've got in the United Kingdom, and kind of get off the streets and kind of become more self-sufficient, because it's really important. Look, I don't know how much pound worth of vegetables we got here, but honestly, people that know us, people who follow my Instagram, my Facebook, will know we do harvest every single day. Every single day, without a miss, we're taking something from the garden, and usually it's a decent harvest as well. So please follow my steps. I just want to share this knowledge with everybody, and hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and you'll comment, and I'll come back to every single comment. And my next video is going to be about seed saving, because that's another really important thing you need to do now. So stay tuned. In a few days I'll be sharing that video with everybody. Okay guys, stay well. Assalamu alaikum.